Hey boys and girls, this is Larry, ubrailroad.com. Check me out. Hey, today's August 27th. Now this is the beginning of me building a building. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut some wood. Now I'm not going to sit here and cut 20 feet of wood, but I'm just going to show you the basics of it. Here's how you get that zero plate I was telling you about. Just simply stick a piece of duct tape over it, raise the blade, and it cuts up perfect. This way, when your thin wood comes out this way, it won't fall down in there. That's the purpose of that. Okay? So, that being said, let me go ahead and get this started. I'm going to cut some combination today. I'm going to do some white pine, see how that looks, and then of course I'm going to do my cedar. So, let me cut all of this. When I get everything cut, it's back inside because it's cold out today. Okay, I'm back. First thing you got to ask yourself, where is it going to go? Once you determine where it's going to go, you measure it, however shape it is, L shape, rectangular, square, whatever. You measure it, and you can do several things to get started with. You could make a cardboard base for it so that you know exactly what the design is. Or here's the cheapest, simplest, easiest way to build a building. You see these? These are boxes. Lights came in them. Now look how nice these turned out. This one's already got a front window in it. This one's already got a door in it. So what I will do is I will glue these together like this, and then I will start siding it with all my cool. Now this time I'm not using cedar. I'm using white cedar because I'm going to stain that really cool. I'm going to stain it, I think, in some reds and browns. But anyway, just want to give you an idea. This is how I'm going to get started. But you also need to ask yourself, do you want to take the roof off and look to the inside? Personally, I do not, because this is going to be somewhere where nobody's going to be able to get to it anyway. So I'm going to close it all up and just show a little interior through the window. And I'll put a light in there and I'll light it up, and that's as far as I'm going to go with it. But let me get going here and then I'll get back to you. I'm back. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys that there's multiple supplies that you could use to put your siding on. This right here is brick. I just went online, found a picture of this, and then I just printed it out. Now you can make this a brick building. Very simple to do. Just wrap it around like you would a Christmas present. Another way is if you don't have access to wood like this and the ability to cut it down, you can always go with the popsicles. Now what I did is I made a bracket that will hold 52 of these, all stacked up nice and tight, like so. And then I would run them through the saw and just cut the tips off of them all at one time. So there's multiple ways to put the siding on this. So just keep in mind, you can do anything you want as far as siding once you realize what building you're going to be building. Be back. Hey, I'm showing you a way, the simplest way, by using boxes. If you don't want to use boxes and you just want it all wood, then you can take your wood like this. Put it, of course this isn't cut to the side height or anything, but you could take your wood and lay it like this, and you don't have to go real tight with it because the little gaps make it look pretty real. Then you take another piece of wood and you would glue that like so, leaving enough gap so that you can put your four sides, just glue your four sides together. And then you could always take like a piece of scrap wood or anything like this, and stick it in the corner to give it a little reinforcement if you want to. That's another way of doing it. Very simple. Just stack your wood, glue some supports across it. Make sure that when you cut your windows out that you've got support holding all of your pieces together. And then once you do that, you just stand it upright, glue the 4 corners, 6 corners, however many you got. Bango, you got yourself a building. Be back. Okay, I want to show you my first mistake. When I glued these two boxes together, they're kind of flimsy. So you can kind of see that gap down there. Don't worry about it. We're just going to cover right down to the surface. It'll all be taken care of. So you're going to experience little flaws like this as you build the building. But remember what your time frame is. This is usually a building that you'd see between the 1880s and all the way up to maybe 1920, 1930. And really, structures like this weren't perfect, okay? Especially mine. So you could see that there is mistakes. You just recognize the mistake and then just go about correcting it. as we get going, I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, I've got this all sided all the way around. See, it's all sided. Now see how I compensated for the difference in the size of the box? Everything's even here, so when I put the roof on, everything will be on a level field. Also notice I covered the door. Why? Well, because this is going to be a building that doesn't have an open door. Now, if you want an open door, you just cut these out accordingly to the size of your door. But we're going to put a fake door on the outside of this. You won't even be able to tell that it opens or closes. The only thing I left is the picture window. And the bottom's open, so I'll stick a little chair in there and mirror and a table and stuff, make it look like a little barber shop. So anyway, let me... now, this isn't trimmed. This is just the siding. So let me get going and I'll get back to you. Okay, here's the beginning of the roof. All I did was just make a little perimeter that goes around it. And then this will be a place to attach my roof. And then I can put it on, take it off. I don't know why I need to take it off. I might just glue it in place. But I think for simplicity, I'm just going to put a high sign type of a front on this, and I'm going to have a slanted back with tarp roof on it. That was pretty common in those days, so it wouldn't be out of line to do it that way. So let me get going, I'll get back to you. Okay guys, I got the roof on. I don't know what you call this thing. I just call it the billboard part of the building. Now you can see my roof. I decided to make a little pitch roof, show it to you from this side. Oops, that's not quite dry yet. Okay, you see how I did that? Just a piece of cardboard. Let it overhang a little bit on this side and on this side, and then when I go and put my tape or my roofing on there, it has a little overhang, maybe even put a gutter on it or something. But this is where I'm at with it right now. So far I've got about 45 minutes into this, not including cutting the wood. Cutting the wood, got to add about another 20 minutes. So, you know, what do I got? Just a little over an hour in it. So let's keep going, I'll get back to you. Okay, I got the asphalt roof on. This is the way I decided to do it. That is real asphalt tar paper that I went and got out of a dumpster. Got about a 3/4 roll of it so I could use it for a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not quite done with this yet. I may put some, you know, little hunks of wood here and there to, you know, give it some detail. Now, if this building is going to be always viewed from the front, never from the back, you could go ahead and let that go. I'm going to go ahead and fill it in because sometimes I run my train with the camera and I don't want to see, you know, facades when it goes through. So I'm going to fill it, and then I'll get back to you when we've got some more stuff going. Okay guys, this is it. I'm pretty much done with this. I'm not going to stain it because I'm not sure where it's going to go, and I don't know what color the rest of the buildings are going to be, and I kind of want it to match. But you see the idea. I got my door in there. I put a little roof in there. I just used a piece of cardboard, and then I trimmed it in those coffee stirrers. You know, clip the round ends off. They make great corners and stuff for G-scale. Okay, this is what it looks like in the front, and I'll just spin it around. You can kind of see the back, how I use the furling strips across the asphalt. And I went around and I filled that back end in so you can see how that is, and get an idea of what this is all about. Now, this was a very simple building. It was made with cardboard. 2 cardboard boxes, but like I said, you can do it any way you want to. Glue all the sides together, put a cross braces in there, or you could actually frame it if you want to take the roof off. But you guys wanted to see how I made a simple building. This is as simple as it gets. I hope this is enough to get you guys going on some buildings that you might want to try yourself. If not, feel free to get back to me at any time. But I think you kind of get the gist of this. I got, you know, some little detail on the sign to put on there. I think this is going to be Mr. Yee's asset office. So he's going to check gold. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. This is Larry, over and out.